What's up, guys? Just on a little neighborhood walk. This is beautiful outside today, and I was just getting all cooped up in the closet. And it's just time to change the scenery up a little bit. You know, the sun is out, birds are chirping, people are mowing the lawns. It's just feeling good. But I know for some of you, you're not necessarily feeling good, and you're wrestling with and you're processing the reality of school's being closed for the rest of the year. And whether you're a middle school or high school student, that's just a tough reality that you're having to process today. And I know, especially for our seniors, and I got some senior guys in my life group, and man, I just can't even. My heart's just broken, you know. And for guys, girls in senior year, like so much of the stuff that they were looking forward to, and things that are not going to happen now because of what's going on, and you know, you're all wrestling with this to some degree, right? Some disappointment, and you know, even maybe anger, right? I'm mad this is happening, and I want to encourage you today. You can feel those feelings. It's okay to feel those things. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to bury it and be like, nah, I don't. That's, you know, if you feel those things, feel them. Feel those feelings of disappointment, sadness, frustration, anger. Feel them, but don't live in them. Feel them and then bring them to the feet of Jesus. Submit them to Him. Let Him speak into those feelings. Let Him take your heart in whatever condition and state that it's in and minister to it. Let Him speak to you while you're experiencing all these things. Because what can often happen is when we can go to two different ends of the spectrum. We can make our feelings God, and we can give into all that we're feeling, our sadness, our anger, our disappointment, and just it could just be all about that. And that's an unhealthy state, right? Where we just say, you know what, I'm not gonna push through any of this at all. I'm just gonna fully live in these things that I'm feeling. The other side that's unhealthy is going to at the end of the spectrum, and it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna feel this at all. I'm just gonna bury it. And Jesus has got a beautiful place for us in the middle, which is take what you're feeling and come and lay it at His feet. Let Him speak into it, because when you do that, something beautiful happens. God takes that stuff and God ministers to you. God does something in you that you couldn't do in for yourself, that nobody else can do for you. And you got a unique moment right here. In fact, we are in a moment. We are in a unique moment in history. Think about this thing for school. When was the last time you can remember schools being canceled for the year in history? I know that it's happened, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. You are literally a part of history right now. Seniors that are graduating, nobody remembers anything significant about 2009, this year I graduated. I mean, shout out to 2009, love you all. But listen, 2009 is 2009. You know, people are going to remember the class of 2020 because it was the year school was canceled. And that's not great that school is canceled, but the point I'm really trying to make is that you all that are watching this, that are in school, that are in this season, we are all a part of something that's history in the making. It's a moment. And what I realized about moments is that a lot of the time we don't realize what's happening in the moment until the moment is past. We've got a unique opportunity right now to capture this moment and ask God, what are you doing here? What do you want to do in and through me in this moment, God? How do you want to deepen my relationship with you and increase my faith and my love for your word and your presence? How do you want to use my life to point people to you, to use my platform and my voice and my gifts and my talents to point people to their hope in this? In Jesus Christ is the only living God that's available. That's their creator, that's their redeemer and their healer and their savior. God, what are you doing deeper and underneath the surface that maybe I can't see on the outside? I think about that moment as we're going into Easter weekend with Good Friday coming in a couple days, and remembering the sacrifice that Jesus made on our behalf because of the love of God for us, that He took what we deserved and laid His life down so that we could be forgiven and redeemed and restored in our relationship with the Father. And then Sunday came. But see, there was that period of time between Friday and Sunday where anybody who was connected to the hope of Jesus up to that moment of the cross was going it's over. It's over. There's in front of me, there's nothing, there's no hope. There's nothing on the other side of this thing. And until Jesus rose again. And that's the nature of our God. He's a come back to life kind of God. He's a resurrection kind of God. It's in His DNA. It's in His character. And there's something in this moment, even with schools being canceled, that I want to speak prophetically over you. That God's got something on the other side of this thing, that if you will lean into His Spirit and into His presence and not miss this moment, you will experience a resurrection kind of moment with what God has in front of you in the days to come. Be encouraged, be challenged. Don't miss this moment.